Hello, everybody. I'm a practicing therapist and a doctoral student of psychology. Today, we're going to talk about a topic that almost every day someone brings this up. Signs an avoidant is waiting for you to reach out. I've made this video before, but a lot of you guys are new. A lot of times, what an avoidant does, which is very stressful and annoying, and I can understand that, right, is they indirectly reach out. It's almost like they open the door slightly and they're hoping for you to open it fully and walk through the door. They are afraid to walk through the door, but they're opening it a little bit for you. And so they want you to reach out. A lot of times, this is actually almost all the time, it's subconscious. They don't realize what's happening. And so what's actually happening is I'll talk about what's happening with them first, and we'll talk about what it looks like briefly. What's happening is they're missing you and they don't like that feeling and they're not really sure, but it's competing with their need for independence, the feeling of missing you. And so what they do is they try to suppress it, but it's not working. They're in denial. It's coming out in a lot of different directions. And so they're like, okay, I can't really do anything more. Let me just get a little bit of let me get some relief. And so they indirectly reach out. Okay, so this is an example that I felt just like this moment. It might be extreme, so please, I'm not saying anyone should do this. It's simply an example. Let's say somebody is very hungry, but for some reason, maybe trauma, etc., they don't want to eat, okay? So this is the example. But the hunger signals keep bothering them. So what they do is they might eat a little bit and keep eating a little bit. And sometimes what happens is, if anyone has, a lot of us understand this experience a little bit. Sometimes when you eat a little bit, you want more because now your body's really remembering that signal. And so what happens is they keep reaching out indirectly. Eventually, they may actually reach out fully, or they might shut down and wait for you to reach out. One way or another, it's not a perfect example, but it's a very similar pattern. And so the first one is actually they may wait for you to initiate conversations. So this one means that typically, these are not in order, they're just random aspects that people in avoidant might do. They might say, hey, and they say nothing else, but they're kind of expecting you to make a conversation. They're just maybe, it doesn't have to be talk about the old past, but maybe they want to see what you're doing. But if you say, hey, back, sometimes it might shut off. But if you say, hey, how are you? It usually helps them to come back around and say, I've been good. What about you? And that helps them to warm up a little bit and feel more safe. The next one is it's almost like they're in your orbit. I don't know how else to put it. This one is more common with social media. Like, we see it more often nowadays, of course, but it doesn't have to. They might watch your stories within like the minutes, right? They may react to your post. They might go back at old posts. They may put a song on their social media, on their story, etc., that only that is maybe your song. Avoidants do that a lot. It's that one is so common, actually. I've had a lot of recent cases where they're like, yeah, I did that because I knew that she would remember or he would listen. I'm not even sure why I do it. They do they do this a lot. It's very interesting when they're unhealed and they're in a kind of breakup situation, right? And I used to be avoidant, but I never, like, I've been with the same person for so long, I've never had this type of thing. And so it's interesting because I can see how avoidants do it, but I just never did because I never had. Is they sometimes might talk to their friends about you. So they might also talk to your friends if you guys have the same friends. They might try to keep up with your life or like get updates about your life. And sometimes it's something that you might not see. Okay, another one is kind of uncommon, but sometimes they still talk to your parents. I've had cases like that. I don't know if that's familiar to you guys, but I have seen that where they still are very close to like your dad. Maybe your ex-boyfriend and your dad was really close and they're still close and they still ask about you. That can be a little odd, but it usually is because they're in your orbit, okay? The next one is they check in emotionally. So this one is interesting because they are initiating, but they're just not saying, hey, let's get back together. They might say, has work been stressing you out? How have you been? Are you doing okay? This is interesting because they are somewhat reaching out, but they're kind of waiting for you to make more of the reach out or more of the move, which can be frustrating because you're not really sure. So the next one is they bring up the past. It might be with you. It might be with someone else. Okay, so with fearful avoidance, I noticed they say negative things and positive things. Dismissive avoidance say neutral or positive things. Uh, depending on who your partner is, like what their attachment style is, you'll see. So fearful avoidance might say like very negative things. He was always too much. She never understood me. I feel like she was always trying to control me. But like the fact that they take up so much space in their mind, it shows that this person is attached, because when an avoidant, I know it's unhealthy, but it is true. When an avoidant doesn't care about someone, they just don't waste their time with them. And so that can be, now if it's with you, they might bring up old jokes. If it's a fearful avoidant, they might bring up old fights. They might pick fights with you, like randomly, and you're thinking, what do they want? I thought they left me. Why are they bringing this up again? It's because they're trying to repair, but sometimes it's hard for them to know. Very rarely will they say, I miss you, but they do. If it's with you directly, they might share memories. They might say, hey, do you remember that one time we did A, B, and C? Sometimes that happens. The next one is interesting. It does happen, but it takes a lot longer. They hint at regret, but they don't directly apologize. But they're waiting for you to initiate, let's get back together. They might say, I didn't handle things the best. I wish we had done things differently. Do you ever think about A, B, and C? I really, I didn't like how that ended. Whatever they say, they won't fully admit the breakup failed. And so this one, it does take a while, but interesting enough, this is probably one of the better moments where you can actually lean in and try and fix it. So if you're right here, I would say this one is the best opportunity where you might just make the last final step and you guys can get back together. An example could be, I made some mistakes too. Do you ever think about getting back together? You can even say, I made some mistakes too. Why not we try again? Something like that can really help. The next one is their friends are more talkative towards you, or they're talking to you. They're asking questions about you. This one can make some people uncomfortable, and I do understand. But it does happen. So some of you guys have reported like friends are warmer to you, like, I don't know, they're more communicative a certain way. They ask how you're doing. They mention your ex. They might say something like, yeah, he is doing A, B, and C, or yeah, she mentioned that you would be here. They like almost drop it. And you're thinking, wait, was this set up? Maybe this is on purpose. It's not set up. It's just sometimes your ex is talking so much about you to their friends. It's kind of on your friend's mind. It's not like the ex said, hey, talk about this and see what she says or he says. It's not really like that, but they tend to be very supportive towards you. Okay, there's another version of this. It's less common, but it does happen, where their friends are very, I don't like this one, but they're actually very negative towards you. If they're fearful avoidant, this is more common. And it's not because this doesn't mean there's no chance. It means that this person is grieving really, really poorly, typically. And the last one is they might actually ask you about your future plans. Are you still staying in Virginia, for example, let's just say? Are you planning to change jobs, A, B, and C? Whatever it is, they're trying to ask about your future plans because they're trying to figure out, how do we fit? And so if you're seeing any of these signs and you feel like, okay, I do like them, I'm okay with making the next move, try it, because you'd be surprised that maybe they will reconnect with you. So I hope this video is helpful to somebody. Please like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.